Greetings, my YouTube friends, and thanks for joining. This is Guru Too Cool bringing you the People's Connection. Today's vlog is going to be about the man who got stomped by the police in Chicago last week that was caught on videotape. Now, there's rumors that there's a Facebook video of the man choking the police officer before he was kicked in the face, but I've yet to see that part. But nonetheless, I'm going to take you to the story. As you can see, the caption reads that man in police stomping video is charged, gets 1 million bond. This gentleman's name is Shaquille O'Neal, and he stands with his lawyer and his aunt at his criminal court hearing. The man seen in a Facebook video choking a Chicago police officer and then apparently being kicked or stomped in the head by a second officer last week made his first court appearance in connection with the case on Saturday. Shaquille O'Neal, 23, of the East Garfield Park neighborhood, appeared at the Leeton Criminal Courts building after being charged with aggravated battery to a police officer and aggravated battery by strangulation, as well as possession of a controlled substance. The charges stem from his arrest and the altercation Monday, which was captured on video and posted on Facebook. Cook County Judge Peggy Chiampas on Saturday set bail for O'Neal at $1 million. In the video that went viral, an officer seems to be kicking O'Neal after police attempted to arrest him and O'Neal resisted. First of all, I'd like to point out that in this system that is ran by white supremacy, number one, the justice system is hardly representing justice. But what they do all the time is that they make sure that they set our bail very excessively high. That's in most cases when we're dealing with African Americans. And they know that we don't have that kind of money, but they set our bail extremely high. A second point to point out is that they always trump up charges that are excessive. So you notice in this one that not only is Shaquille O'Neal being charged with aggravated battery, but he's also being charged with aggravated battery by strangulation and possession of a controlled substance. They wouldn't go into details on that, but nonetheless, they always trump up extra charges. That way, they make sure that if one thing doesn't stick, then they'll get you on another. And if that doesn't, then they'll get you on another. I think the justice system needs an overhaul. They need to come up with a set rule that holds the law enforcement, these police officers, more accountable on what they're trying to charge us for. So that way they just can't charge us with all these excessive charges, because you notice they don't do that with white Americans, and I find that really glaring of this justice system, so-called justice system. So the article claims that there is a video footage of Shaquille O'Neal choking the police officer. I'd like to see that, and as a matter of fact, since it went viral, I would think that the news would have been posting that to prove their case that yes, in fact, Shaquille O'Neal was choking this police officer before they went over and then kicked the crap out of his head. That was inhumane. These so-called police officers don't even treat animals like that, but yet you do that to African Americans. I find it's so despicable, it's disgusting. And it's an indictment of this so-called justice system. And I understand why Malcolm X always talked about taking our charges up with the World Court on the inhumanity that we receive. Bring this up on humanity charges. The video led to the officer being relieved of his police powers while authorities investigate the video, which was posted Monday on Facebook. O'Neal was released from police custody without charges on Wednesday, but the authorities said the investigation was ongoing. On Thursday, lo and behold, O'Neal was taken into custody again and was handed additional charges of aggravated battery and resisting arrest. In addition to a $1 million bail set for the Monday incident, Chiapas levied $150,000 for the additional charges. Do you hear this? How excessive they do this? And by the way, I wanted to say something. Isn't it funny that they didn't charge him? He was released from police custody without charges on Wednesday. And I know that there was an ongoing investigation, but lo and behold, because they have a video clearly showing that the police officers did something wrong by kicking him in the face and showing how inhumane that behavior was, how uncivilized that behavior was for the world to see, because they got it on video. They can't deny that. But what they're going to do is they're going to try to change the venue to where this case is taken to an all-white venue, something like that, or a venue where it's mostly police officers' wives on the jury. They do stuff like this, real shenanigans. That's why I say it's a so-called justice system. It has nothing really to do with justice. The police, they do what's called, because I read about this, by the way, they do what's called testifying. It's where they testify, but they're lying, testifying. So they have a phrase by that term, testifying. They like to testify on the witness stand. But see, white people believe everything police officers say. They want to do that because, of course, they don't want to believe none of our grievances that we bring forth. They don't ever want to believe that, because this is how the white supremacy system works. They never want to believe the truth. So what I'd like to see, let me back up. I digress. Let me back up. Again, the reason why his bail is set so high and the reason why they brought these excessive charges against him is because they have a video of the police officer doing something very uncivilized, doing something very inhumane, kicking this man while he was on the ground in the face. And they always use this resisting arrest. We have no idea what mental capacity this guy is in or anything. What they could have did is got some additional police officers to help control the situation, but no, instead he goes and kicks the man in the face. So I can understand why they relieve him of his duties, is what they should do, without pay, by the way. They always give him pay, which is another faulty part of this so-called justice system. But anyways, yeah, they had to bring these charges against them because they have a video of the police officer doing something wrong. So to cover their ass, they're turning around and making these charges excessive against the black man. This is how they always do. O'Neal's lawyer sounded off, quote, "These are trumped up charges. The bond is excessively high," unquote. Michael Oppenheimer, O'Neal's attorney, said during a news conference outside the courthouse as members of the suspect's family and other supporters stood by. Quote, "We will file a motion to reduce his bond. In the meantime, we will fight this case until we prove that he is absolutely not guilty," unquote. Quote, "We don't have to prove that," unquote, he continued. "The state has to prove him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. They can't do that. It's a political move. This is ridiculous and we're going to win," unquote. So, ladies and gentlemen, while they claim that they have video footage of Shaquille O'Neal choking this police officer before they decided to stomp his head, kick his head in while he was on the ground, while the police officer decided to do that, take the law into their own hands, the vigilante so-called justice, the way that they do black men in the streets. I want to say, where's the video footage of him choking out this police officer before they decided to stomp his head? I'd like to see the video footage. After all, you guys wear body cams. Where's the body cam? Where's the video footage of this? You guys can't just be making these claims and then don't produce the video footage. How come we haven't seen that? I'd like to see it. Is there body cam video footage from the police showing what they're trying to assert? And even if they do have that video footage, I just want to say this. Does it constitute the police to kick in the head of another human being? They said that he was resisting arrest, but don't you know that they always say that about black men to justify their uncivilized behavior that they put forth onto us? They always say that to justify inhumane behavior that they do to black men all the time. It's shenanigans. So, I'd like to hear from you, my YouTube friends and watchers out there. Leave a comment. If you like this video, please share this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to leave a comment, I'd like to hear from you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching. This is Guru Too Cool, bringing you the People's Connection. Thanks for watching. Peace out.